Marvel Studios in 2025. A lot is going down in 2025 for Marvel Studios, and it's a really big year because this is the year that is going to take us directly into Avengers Doomsday. We have some big movies coming out, we have some shows and animated shows coming out as well, so let's go over what we're getting from Marvel Studios in 2025, and a big happy new year to everyone. I hope everybody had a great time last night, I hope everybody was safe, and I hope you're ready for this new year. I have a lot of exciting things planned for the channel, so if you're new, be sure to subscribe if you're a Marvel fan. Alright, so let's dive right into it. The first one that we are getting is this month. It is the animated series Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Although Marvel Studios has not come out and specifically stated that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is going to be 10 episodes long, there is a new article on Marvel's official website that does list it as 10 episodes long. And also, there was a pretty big development a couple of days ago when the head of Marvel Television, Brad Wonderman, officially told us that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is not going to be MCU canon, meaning it doesn't take place in the MCU. It's kind of a one-off project. The plans were originally to have this be in the MCU, in the multiverse of the MCU. Keep in mind the story is about Peter Parker being mentored by Norman Osborn at Oscorp. So they could have just had this be an alternate universe, but according to TV head Brad Wonderbaum, they decided not to make it MCU canon. They decided not to aim for it because, and I'm quoting him here, it was not fun. Honestly. He said that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has stopped aiming to be MCU canon because it was not fun. Honestly, we would have had to put so many limiters on our story to get it to lock into canon. So I'm still very excited for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but it is no longer canon to the MCU. But I'm still excited to watch it on January 29th, 2025 this year. Then next up from Marvel Studios is a big one coming out on February 14th of 2025 as Captain America Brave New World. In this, we see Sam Wilson taking on the mantle of Captain America, this time officially for the United States government, it seems, as a command from President Ross. Again, if you followed the channel, you've probably heard me say this before, but we haven't seen a public trailer where President Ross asked Sam Wilson to assemble the Avengers, but at D23, the trailer that was showed did show Thunderbolt Ross asking Sam Wilson, 1, to be Captain America, but 2, to assemble the Avengers team once again. When Sam asks why, because Thunderbolt Ross is the person who tore the Avengers apart during Civil War, and he was still basically trying to hunt them down during Infinity War, he caused the Avengers to not be together, and his response to Sam Wilson is, I'm president of the United States now, I have to look out for everybody. So he thinks the Avengers coming back are a good idea. So a lot of things are happening in this. Of course, we're getting a new Hulk, Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross turning into Red Hulk. And there's even been reports by insiders that we are going to be getting Amadeus Cho, another version of the Hulk. We'll have to wait and see on that, but this movie is going to be pretty big for Marvel Studios. It's gone through a ton of reshoots. It's gone through entire script rewrites, but all of the trailers that they've released for this movie do look pretty epic. So let's hope that the movie is the same. And again, that is coming out next month on February 14th. Then we get another really exciting project. We get Daredevil Born Again, and Marvel Studios has confirmed this does pick up after the events of the Netflix Daredevil series. So I highly recommend watching that series before we go into Daredevil Born Again. You basically have 2 months to do so as it comes out in the beginning of March on March 4th. In Daredevil Born Again, we will see Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, rise to power as Mayor Fisk. We also have John Bernthal returning as Frank Castle, the Punisher. And they've already showed him in some official clips that they have released for Daredevil Born Again. And we know that Muse is going to be the main villain of the show, not Kingpin. We're assuming that in season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, Kingpin becomes more of the main villain. But based off of what we know about season 1, it looks like Kingpin and Daredevil, at least in the beginning, are going to at least try to work together. The official synopsis for the show reads, fighting for justice through his bustling law firm while former mob boss Wilson Fisk pursues his own political endeavors in New York. When their past identities begin to emerge, both men find themselves on an inevitable collision course. This show is 18 episodes split into 2 seasons. We don't have an official release date for season 2 yet, but season 1 comes out March 4th, this year. Then is another really big project, the Thunderbolts. This is one of my most anticipated Marvel projects, just period, right now. The trailer looks amazing, it looks funny, it looks like it's action-packed, and the cast is just absolutely phenomenal. And we have recently learned that Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who a lot of the Thunderbolts like Yelena Belova, John Walker, and more have worked for, has bought the Avengers Tower. She is the person who bought it from Tony Stark. You can actually still see the bar that Tony Stark had in the building in the trailer. The team consists of Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, John Walker, the former Captain America from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We also have Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and we have Taskmaster from Black Widow. Although she's not seen in a lot of the trailer or promo images, so people are assuming that she might bite the dust pretty early, but of course, we'll have to wait and see. You can catch the Thunderbolts in theaters May 2nd this year. Then after that, we have the Ironheart series coming out June 24th, 2025. This will be a 6-episode Disney Plus show. Ironheart has already been introduced to us in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. We have already seen her in her Ironheart suit, but she gets a big upgrade from what we have seen in the trailers for Ironheart. We also know that the villain of the series is going to be the Hood. And according to Marvel Studios, the show is going to be technology against magic. So Riri Williams as Ironheart against the Hood. The official synopsis says it pits technology against magic when Riri Williams, a young genius inventor determined to make her mark on the world, returns to her hometown of Chicago. Her unique take on building iron suits is brilliant, but in pursuit of her ambitions, she finds herself wrapped up with the mysterious yet charming Parker Robbins, aka the Hood. And a very interesting rumor that we have heard is that the Hood could possibly get his powers from Mephisto. And according to a report from Deadline all the way back in 2022, they heard that Sacha Baron Cohen could be the one playing Mephisto in the Ironheart series. Again, you can catch that on Disney Plus on June 24th. Then we have perhaps the fandom's most anticipated Marvel movie of 2025, The Fantastic Four, coming out July 25th. We have Pedro Pascal as our Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as our Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as the Thing, or Ben Grimm. We've come to learn a decent amount about this film, but still a lot of it is shrouded in mystery, which is great. The official synopsis reads, forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, they must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus, who will be played by Ralph Ineson, and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, played by Julia Gardner. And if Galactus's plan to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. Now, we've heard from the insider Daniel RPK that it gets personal because Galactus wants the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm, Franklin Richards, who is one of the most powerful Marvel characters ever created. Now, we do know that this is also taking place in the 60s. It's a retro futuristic alternate universe. It's a universe that is very similar to our main 616 universe. However, they did not go through the Dark Ages, according to reports, which is why even though this film is taking place in the past, it is still more advanced. And as far as we know so far, this is the last movie coming out before Avengers Doomsday. We're expecting we could get a movie before that, like Doctor Strange 3, but nothing has been confirmed by Marvel. So as far as we're concerned right now, this is the last movie before Doomsday, so you know it's going to be incredibly important for the overall story of the multiverse saga. You can check out Marvel's First Family finally debuting in the MCU July 25th this year. Then on August 6th, we have Eyes of Wakanda, which is going to be an animated series. Not much is known about it. We do know that it's going to be 4 episodes long, and the official synopsis tells us that Eyes of Wakanda follows the adventures of brave Wakandan warriors throughout history. In this globe-trotting adventure, the heroes must carry out dangerous missions to retrieve vibranium artifacts from the enemies of Wakanda. They are the Hatut Zeraze, and this is their story. And again, that comes out August 6th of this year. Then on October 3rd, we have Marvel Zombies. This is our Halloween show. We got a brief taste of Marvel Zombies in What If, but now they're taking it even deeper. We don't know much about it besides the fact that it's going to feature a wide array of characters. Of course, we'll have the Avengers, and it said that we'll have the Fantastic Four as well. We're not sure about the X-Men yet, but it does say a new generation of heroes battle against an ever-spreading zombie scourge. So Marvel Zombie fans, you can catch that October 3rd. And last but certainly not least is Wonderman, coming out in December of 2025. We do not have a specific release date for December yet. In the show, which is going to be 10 episodes long, we will see Yahya Abdul-Mateen II play Simon Williams, aka Wonderman, and we see the return of Ben Kingsley as Trevor Slattery, who we saw not too long ago in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and then of course in Iron Man 3 as the fake Mandarin. In the comics, Wonderman is a part of the West Coast Avengers. He even has a thing with Wanda. In this, we know that he's going to be an actor, and a very crazy plot leak that I'm not sure if is real or not, so take it with a grain of salt, but this plot leak said that the show will be very meta, and Simon Williams will actually be auditioning as himself for Marvel Studios films or projects. He gets rejected and rejected and rejected until he finally decides to sneak onto the Marvel Studios lot to talk to Kevin Feige. But then he runs into the robot Kevin, and he discovers some secrets, and in order to keep him from getting out, the robot, Kevin, who we met in She-Hulk, actually puts him into the MCU, and he becomes the hero Wonderman. Again, that's pretty crazy. Not sure if it's real or not, but I kind of hope it is. And those are the projects that Marvel Studios is releasing in 2025. Go ahead, let me know what you're most excited for in the comments down below. For me, I think it's the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four for the movies, and Wonderman I'm really looking forward to as well. Let me know your favorites in the comments down below, and please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news and a lot of fun Marvel content we have coming up this year. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.